Hey guys, so sorry about not having done a video for last week or the week before. Our internet was down and we just couldn't pay it. So, yeah, the struggle is super real over here, but I'm back and I'm going to talk about this week's episode of American Horror Story Hotel. It was pretty good. Um, it's kind of established that the theme is vampires, which, like I said before, is kind of boring. I feel like it's been done so many times, and I'm just kind of bored with it. But that's okay, because I love Lady Gaga, and she is perfect in the role, and it's awesome. So, the three things that I really liked about this episode, slash, that I want to talk about, are, number one, Alex turning all of these kids, or turning one kid into a vampire, and that one kid turned a bunch of other kids into little vampires. She's clearly never watched Interview with a Vampire, because if she had, then she would know that kid vampires are a no-go. They suck, they're crazy, they are insane, and they're just not a good idea. Unless you're Lady Gaga, I guess, because she has some weird control over them. But Alex being a fresh new vampire herself, I'm assuming, well, she doesn't have the experience, so, you know. Anyway, so she turns that one kid who had measles into a vampire to save his life. He ends up killing his mom and dad. And then he ends up going to school dressed up like a pirate, which is a pretty good outfit, and ends up turning all of his little classmates into little vampires, and they go around and kill all of the staff. And then the police come, and they tell them that some big guy wearing all black with a knife, I think, was attacking everybody, and that's what happened. But we, the viewers, know that is not what happened, because everybody, all those little kids, are vampires now. So, we'll see how that goes. Couldn't end well, to be quite honest. I'm sure Lady Gaga is going to be livid when she finds out, but who knows what's going to happen there. Number two that I liked was Iris, aka Kathy Bates, is now a vampire, and she's going through all the change, and she's kind of just having a rough time with everything. She comes back. Well, first off, Donovan brings her to Ramona, because last couple episodes, Ramona was like, Donovan, you are going to be my insider, and you're going to help me take down the Countess, Lady Gaga. And then he was like, that's impossible, because the Countess, Lady Gaga, broke up with me and kicked me out and all this shit. And so she was like, get the fuck out. I don't want anything to do with you then. You are of no use to me. So Donovan brings Iris, his mother, aka Kathy Bates, to Ramona, freshly turned into a vampire and all that shit. She's going through like the shakes and, you know, all of that. And basically tells Ramona that she is an asset. Why? Because she is the closest person to the Countess, Lady Gaga, and would be a very good asset to her to get close to her and take the Countess down. So, that's their plan. However, I feel like it's going to be pretty tricky, because the Countess being a vampire for as long as she has been, and making so many people, I feel like that she will notice immediately that Iris is a new vampire and all of that, which she kind of does. Iris goes to the hotel and is kind of going through the shakes and, you know, the whole transformation process. And Lady Gaga comes down with, what's his name? I forgot his name, but the model guy. And she kind of notices a little change in Iris, and she's kind of like, what's going on? And then the model guy is like, you smell weird. And she kind of got an idea that there was something going on with Iris, but I don't think that she quite put her finger on it just yet. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Because, personally, I feel like that Lady Gaga should know and should sense that she's a vampire. But it seemed like she didn't. She asked Iris, she's like, you seem really nervous and you're sweating, you smell weird, what's wrong with you? And Iris just quickly was like, oh, it's because it's Halloween and I'm nervous and I just don't like the scary costumes and all that shit. So it looked like she kind of believed her, but I don't know. I feel like a vampire, as long as Lady Gaga has been one, I feel like she should know and get the whole, like, she should sense it, but who knows there. And Iris, she finally, these two little assholes come in and they're just fuckers. They're rude. They're just disrespectful as fuck. And they get a hotel room there and they are so rude to Iris. It's crazy, which is interesting to me because having worked in the restaurant industry, I find it funny when people are rude to people who handle their food. They called for room service and had Iris bring them up some shit, like some food. They were really rude about it. They're like, bring me some pad thai. Bring me some grilled vegetables or grilled salad. Why would you grill a salad? I live in LA and I've never heard of that shit, so that's news to me. But I guess it's a thing, and that's what they wanted, and they were being super rude about it, and so she brings them up some cat food. Her and Liz Taylor, do a little prank, and they're like, these guys want to be assholes, we're going to feed them some fucking cat food, and it's going to be awesome. And they do, and they end up eating it, and it's kind of like a lesson. Anybody who is rude to people who handle their food should be fucked with. I don't get it. I don't understand why people do that. I've worked in the restaurant industry my entire life. Personally, I have never seen anybody do anything to someone else's food. I've never seen anyone spit in their food. I've never seen anyone fuck with their food. But I have seen people want to. Like, I've seen, I've heard people say, wow, this chick is such a fucking bitch. She's so rude all the time. I wish I had the guts to just fucking spit in her food. But I've never seen anybody actually do it. It's usually just a venting thing. Like, a lot of the time when I'm annoyed with my boyfriend, I'll be like, I really just want to kick his ass. But I never do. So, but yeah, so don't fuck with people who are handling your food. That's stupid. You're just asking to get fucked with. That's that. And my favorite thing about this episode was Liz Taylor's backstory. I love Dennis O'Hare. Pretty sure that's his last name. But I love him. I think he was amazing in True Blood. He played Russell Edgington, one of my all-time favorite TV show characters of all time. I loved Russell Edgington. And I'm loving Liz Taylor. He is amazing. Dennis is just fucking fantastic in the role. It's just amazing. Like, I can't even handle it. Anyway, so we get to see what happened, like his backstory, and I guess he was like married, but deep down he really felt like a woman, and he was a cross-dresser, and he was married to some chick who was a total bitch, and then he had some kids who he just wasn't happy, and he flew to LA on business and stayed at the Cortez. Lady Gaga could smell it in his blood that he really felt like a woman. And she pretty much just told him to be himself and come out of his own skin and don't fucking hide who he is, which is a great message. Be who you are always. Do not ever do what society wants you to do or what society makes you think they want. Always be yourself and never be anyone else, because you are awesome, and if you want to go and wear a fucking dress, go do it. I don't care. Why would you care what other people think? If that's what you want to do, then you fucking do it, and that's that. So that's pretty much what Lady Gaga told him, but in nicer words and with less cuss words. And it was just a great message. I loved seeing his backstory. I loved seeing it was just awesome. I love Dennis O'Hare. I love Liz Taylor, his character. I just love it all, and I was really excited. And he basically implemented that to Kathy Bates, Iris. He was like, be who you are. Stop being invisible. Stand up for yourself. Don't take shit from people. Because those people, they don't fucking matter in your life. It's you that matters. And if you want to go and do whatever it is that you want to do, then go do it. Don't worry about what other people think. And don't let people ignore you. Don't be invisible. That's pretty much what he was telling her, because she was complaining that, she's going to have to live eternity as this invisible, just ghost kind of person. And he was like, no, you don't. You be your fucking self, and if that's what you are, then be it, and be proud, because it's your life. Why are you going to live it for other people and what they want? Right? So I thought it was a pretty decent episode. However, when I first started this season, I didn't really understand the whole hoopla with past seasons. I thought it was a great season so far. I still really like it. But in the past couple of weeks, I have started watching other seasons. I finished watching Coven and Freak Show. I started watching season 1 and Asylum. Those two I'm kind of about. I really liked Coven and Freak Show. So now I have more of a basis to compare this season with the past seasons. And it's okay. I think it's better so far than Freak Show, but not nearly as good as Coven was. I really loved Coven. It was my favorite so far, and I thought it was awesome. Freak Show was okay, but I stopped in the middle of it and started watching Coven because I got kind of bored with Freak Show, but I ended up finishing it the other night, and it was pretty good. So far, Coven is my favorite. American Horror Story Hotel is my second, and Freak Show is my third. Asylum is kind of boring to me. I hope it gets better. And I only saw episode 1 of the first season, so I'm not even really gonna comment much about that one. So, anyways, tell me what you thought about the episode, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!